when I saw what I had done.
Hey, it's Dan, and welcome to Unified Gaming. So in this one, as you can tell by the stream title, we're going to go through and do some PvP on the PC EU servers, and really see how do they hold up. I've gone into Cyrodiil already earlier on just to kind of get a flavour of how it is, and quick TLDR, I was pleasantly surprised. Having played on Xbox, PC NA, PC EU, the upgrade is insane. So I'm going to show it on stream live and also do some Battlegrounds as well with my 1-bar Magicka Sorcerer, so you can see that as well. And yeah, as always, any questions though, let me know down below. And if you want to support myself, there's details down below, Patreon stuff, super chats, all helps. And if you like these videos, then do like and comment, it really, really helps. But we're just going to finish our vampire thing here, and then we can jump straight into PvP. So yeah, we're just doing the vampire thing, as I said. It's literally to grab the undeath passive. If you haven't seen this build, this is a 1-bar PvP build. So we use Oaken Soul on this, which is really cool.
Life still flows within its blood. Tear it out, drain it, so that it may join us. Now you are one of us. I offer you a gift. The catacombs are filled with the Defiler's cultists. Sneak up behind your prey.
Okay, so we've got our vampirism. We literally just have to go and just do this thing. I've already got a level 10 on this character, but we have to get it because undeath is so good. I'll do a quick superstar as well to show the build. There is a website that I have it too, unifiedgaming.co.uk. So if you want to see that, there's obviously like a written guide there and a video on the channel. The Cyrodiil, there's a queue there, there's a massive queue on that one. That one's filling up quickly, so yeah, we are definitely on prime time. Yeah, we're literally just doing this quest and then we go straight into PvP. So how is everyone doing tonight though? Are you guys happy with the game, how it's playing, or are you a bit skeptical if you're on a different platform maybe? That's that done. It looks like we've got the vampirism and we can go straight into PvP. There's our vampire done, wherever that is. Let's get that up. Like undeath is so useful. We're quickly gonna get the stage up to stage 3 and then we are good to go. Soup says not bad. Serve performance has improved compared to a few months back. Thinks the upcoming PvP events will be the true test though. Yeah, I think you're probably right on that part. I think the upcoming parts, as the Cyrodiil tests, so like you've got the mid-year mayhem and stuff, that will be a really good indicator of, is this a sustained thing? Oh, they beat me to it. He stole the... I needed to... Okay, that's stage 2. Once more and then we're good to go. and then we can queue straight for PvP. Okay, we got our stage 3. We are pretty much good to go now. So we'll queue for a Battleground as soon as we get in there, and then jump into the Cyrodiil queue as well. Yeah, so if people have joined now, the stream's going to focus on basically how is PvP feeling? Is it, you know, working properly? This is kind of sort of prime time where I am, so I'm from the UK, and it's 9 o'clock already, so you know it's pretty much where most people will be on. So I'm literally just putting my points across. And it'll grab our Mundus as well, because I didn't grab that yet. Go down to 38. There we go. It's good to have around 30k health for PvP. So I'm going to put a poll up as well, just to see what platforms people play on. So yeah, I'd be curious to see. Yeah, I've put a poll up now just to see what platform you play on. You will notice PCEU and PCNA are separate. That's just because they have the server upgrades, whereas Xbox EU and Xbox NA does not. Neither does PlayStation. Okay, we're queued for Battlegrounds. I'm grabbing my Mundus. We should have about 1900 regen. Yeah, there we go. Hey Dan, how does it feel to be back home? It feels very odd, I'm not going to lie, because I'm used to having no items on PCNA, and I went to go to my bank, and I'll show you. The little bank is up here, isn't it? Yeah, I'll show you the issue that I had. I was like, oh, where are my sets? And I was like, oh, I don't have many monster sets, so I moved them all. So yeah, I've got almost 450 items in the bank, and my character, like this character is almost full with 140 odd items, and like most of my characters are like this. Like I have so much stuff, it's actually ridiculous. Let's jump into Cyrodiil. I'm going to queue for this one here, because I should get in quite quickly. So this is a full bar DC and 2 bar and a 1 bar. I will try Grey Host, but the queue for Grey Host was insane. Like, it was ridiculous how long that was earlier. I think it was 73 minutes or something like that, which is not particularly, yeah. I'm just going to do the CP as well quickly. What do we have on here? So I've got loads of PvE stuff. But it feels good though to be back to have all the items and stuff again, and to have a server that works is really, really nice. Like, it sounds silly, I know. So I'm just grabbing all the key CP. All of this stuff is on. You don't want this up high, by the way, because this actually gives this procs this, so you want to have this on loads. Yeah, Soup saying the Grey Host queues are hit or miss. You either get in or you don't. Like, you can be waiting hours. I'm like, yep. I have so much CP on here, it's actually ridiculous. How many other yellow things can we get? See, I'm so used to like spending CP on a budget, because on PCNA I have like none. We don't really block much. Right, well, we've got all the stuff we need there. For the blue ones, we'll grab these anyway because these are quite helpful. For this build, I would recommend going with Ironclad. Makes you tanky are really, really useful. Going up to Extended Might and just getting one of these quickly. We use magical stuff, so we want to move to the left. Let me save what I've got done so far. So my battleground is ready. I'm going to jump into there quickly, just to show what it's like in BG, because I did one earlier on my sniper, and there's a video unlisted on the channel, which I'll link now for those people curious. I was really surprised with how quick you can CC break. So here's a short where I was on my night bed and I literally got someone stunned me. They did, and I was able to CC break and roll dodge and avoid the execute. It was ridiculous because that never happened. And the person, like you'll see in the clip, did it fast as well. Like he went to animation cancel the execute with the medium weave in the middle. Now we're red, so we're down this end. Do I have my icon on? I think I have my icon on. Yeah, I do. I can't pass swap. Oh, there's another Sorc. Just see. There's a sniper down there. Oh, werewolf shouldn't have really done that. There you go. I hit his engine guardian. I hit his engine guardian gun. Roll down here. Roll. Put a heal on. Streak. And heal. Yeah, you can react so quick, it's ridiculous how good that is. Werewolf is coming. He popped a CT potion, he did. That was a massive Dawnbreaker, that was. How big was that Dawnbreaker? I think it's Dawnbreaker and Beetles. 15k. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much sort of performance you have, if you get hit with 15k Dawnbreaker, you are going to melt. That was massive, that was. We want that double frag proc. It's great when it works. Literally get away from that. Tate says watching a PvP ganker magblade using Glorious Ashen Grip. Oh yeah, you get loads of those. But cheers for the support as well. Let me trying to stay alive. You can see where I can't multitask at all. With all, I am very low on health. Woo. There we go, try and get our resources up. That werewolf's like proper proper going for me. I ran out of resource. I need to move some glyphs around. I think I got, yeah. That should be mag regen. So Tate was saying, I was watching a PvP video where someone was using a mag blade, Glory in the Nash and Grip. Yeah, you do get those from time to time. Way of the Fire's a solid set for like pressure and pseudo burst on a ganker. The reason you use it on snipers is because it procs so quickly. Yeah, I could try that. Move that down here. Need to check I've got my passives in as well. Oh, he's got acuity on that. I wonder why he hit so hard. Yeah, he's got mechanical acuity on. It says all crits. That makes a lot of sense, it does. He glowed blue, that's how you can tell. So he's probably back barring it to control when it procs. We're gonna get our Twilight up. Nope, Twilight didn't go up. Yeah, he hits very, very hard. He's got a Sea Serpent on. And just stacking into pure health. That's so many rocks. I managed to get that guy. You see, he's like tanky boy, isn't he? Streak's great. So I'm just messing around up there. So yeah, I think performance-wise, I can say things are like reacting really smoothly, which is great. Let me check my passives whilst we're here. No, we need to get our medicinal use up. Yeah, I literally just chucked on gear on this stuff. So I think I've got most of them in now. There wasn't many I was missing, it was just a couple. Mainly the alchemy one. Yeah, it's quite an interesting setup. He's got acuity on a warden. You don't see that often, do you? But I think performance-wise, I was very, very impressed with how that feels. I'm going to jump into Cyrodiil and just see how it's like in Cyrodiil. Looking at the poll, a few people say PC EU, couple on Xbox, couple on NA. Nobody on PlayStation, surprisingly. Yeah, I want to change it to Magicka Recovery. I think that's the wrong glyph. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna queue for Cyrodiil. Yeah, 32 minutes. That's huge. And then we'll try. We'll see if we can get in Grey Host later because the queue is really big. I'm just catching up with Discord. Yeah, so let's finish our CP. So get that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to join a Zerg because I want to go in like really big fights. It's like one of the best ways to check how performance is. So I'm going to do like an LFG for a group, because if we can get in a group where there's loads and loads of people fighting, we can then get a good idea of, you know, how the performance is actually holding up. Because when it comes to like mid-year and stuff, there will be lots of like action. I'm just sorting out the CP. And I'll actually have a mount that works. There you go. Okay, so if you want to see the stuff, that's what I'm using on here. It's not exactly what I use on the NA server. It's just kind of what I have. A few things are like in the wrong trait, so this should be crafty Alfiq ideally. Because as soon as the Twilight goes, we lose loads of Magicka. And we should have a medium piece. So we only have 6 light, 1 heavy on this. So we are missing a little bit of health and stamina from the Undaunted. But everything else is pretty much the same as much as I can make it. So let's check the map, see where the action is. Chalman's under attack. And we'll teleport over there and hopefully we can get into some fights. And I'm going to just see if we can join a group. So yeah, the farm, this is all going red. Yes, I'm hopeful. It's the best way of saying it. Our shield is 10k. That's pretty good. I'm gonna keep it on the power overload soup, by the way. Just I didn't really kind of touch upon that clearly. If sustain's still an issue, I will change it to the other one. I just read what the soup's saying. Yeah, I think you're right with that. That anything kind of from what it was to how it is now is a massive improvement. And I think when I last did Cyrodiil on EU, I was using Dizzying Swing. And trying to use Dizzying Swing when you like cast a skill and you get locked in the animation is horrific. Because like nothing happens. Literally, like you push the skill and then your person sits in the animation for like 10 seconds. That's how bad it was for me when I was playing on EU a couple patches back. It looks like there's a fight down over here for that scroll, so I'm thinking we're going to teleport to Bloodmane. Because we want to go where the fights are. But that's the best way to kind of see how the performance is. Tate says he's got to slink away, he's getting the evil away from nearby co-workers. No worries, mate. I'll catch you around. And I will be on NA, so don't stress. I will kind of do a bit of both. But I think I need to spend a bit of time on EU just getting things sorted out, like builds and gear, and because it's all over the place. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next video or stream or Discord. So what's the queue for Grey Host whilst we're waiting? We're 40-minute queue for that. That is pretty long. See you, Tate. I just was reading what you wrote. So my ping on the bottom left is on 94. For reference, when I was on PC over here, it was sort of 150 to 200. But it felt like sort of 500 plus. We're coming up near the enemy keep. So hopefully we can get into some action. We've got a little bird flapping behind us. Okay, that tree you can just jump through. Okay, a couple of reds coming in. So I'm going to pop into the tower at the top. We're going to go right to the top. He has massive amount of 40k health. The Super Saiyan Dizzying Swing was the thing that, yeah. I think Dizzying Swing, literally after using it, I just gave up. Because like, that wouldn't work, and then any channel that you had, lethal arrow that I was trying to snipe. Let's pop downstairs. So I'm focusing mainly on just keeping this in with overload ears. There's two of them over there. Yeah, so we're going to focus on just play more defensively, just so we get a like idea of staying in the fight as long as we can. That DK was going to die. He's not even healing himself. Yeah, Wardens are so tanky because of that healing. He went to hit a Dawnbreaker and fire. Yeah, that's ridiculous. At least frag spam works now. Because that's the channel, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just impressed I can actually push skills and they do stuff. Oh, I'm going to help that guy up here. He's got corrosive on. That should be off in a sec. You can see they're in a little group there because they are all following together. Let's just pop up here quickly. Yeah, they're literally in a group. But yeah, this is like significantly better. Oh no 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 no! Full damage OP. But yeah, like honestly, when you play as a sorcerer without any defensive sets, it is like you feel that any kind of delay is like a death sentence. So yeah, full damage. Oh yeah, honestly, full damage absolutely destroys you. But yeah, we're gonna keep, and this keeps pretty. There's a lot of people in here. That's him dead. Red Nightblade. Waiting for him to pop down there. That mount's well cool, isn't it? David said he's really happy, but why? I thought they didn't want to invest in Zero. So they've upgraded the servers, and so that basically upgrades the performance for everything. Trials, Cyrodiil, Battlegrounds. That guy really messed up that gank, didn't he? He's very quick though, isn't he? He really slipped away, didn't he? So yeah, by upgrading the servers, it just means that everything runs smoother. We're not going to play Hunt the Nightblade though, because that's just not a fun game. Let's go down there. They're probably going to go for the scroll, because they're running that scroll back. Oh, the in-combat bug is still here though. Oh no, it's gone. Okay, that's a lot better. Soup says he doesn't think they would overinvest in PvP outside of small things, but the server change was going to happen anyway. Yeah, I think that's literally what it is. It was the change to the server just improved things drastically. And like for context, I have that as my resistances. I am really squishy, so a lot of my defense comes from being able to use my shield and streak. and also being able to rely on undeath. So of course, if a shield doesn't work, you are like dead instantly. So it kind of, this would give you an idea of kind of how reactive you can be. But I've been like pleasantly surprised. I thought we'd had more people down here. Just on the hill quickly. Oh no, there are people here. There are people. And for the campaign, in this bar, we have queued for Grey Host, but the queue is like just ridiculous. Hey, you're Garfield. This is just passing by. Yeah, we're in Cyrodiil. Yeah, I think Soup's right on that, and I noticed that as performance got worse, the meta moved to more tanky meta. So Soup was saying that he had to rely much more on kind of, like, I'm kind of reading between the lines, but on defensive sets and stuff, because shields and things just didn't work. We need to get rid of the ads. Oh, hit the guard. So many people roll dodging. Let's get our Twilight back out because I got rid of that. There's one corrosive he has. He's not going to kill people with that, is he? There you go. We're just like, what is he trying to do? That's ridiculous. Let's go back up here. So Soup was saying multiple shields, and he's Imperium a proper shield as a fallback. That's hilarious, that is. Oh, well, they died. Let's go get that Sky Shard while we're up here. But yeah, I'm just, the fact that I can roll cancel stuff is like, it's so nice. You can't normally do that over here. Oh, Sim died. He died very quick. Yeah, I think I always considered Sorc and Nightblade as a reaction-based class. It was almost like a Twitch class, and that like a twitch shooting, that you have to kind of react fast and make small adjustments really quick. And those people that can do it really well are phenomenal in the class, like Malcolm. But any kind of delay is not a good class. It's not forgiving, whereas like a Warden is very forgiving. Same with a DK, because they're just bulky, or a Necro. Oh, shield all up. That's him dead. Yeah, you know, putting execute on people is a really good way to get cheeky kills. But yeah, I think the improvements really speak for themselves. Now, I did hear people say on PCNA that it was like this to begin with, and then it went down a little bit for PvP. Never went as bad as PCEU, and I played from EU on NA, and it was fine, personally. Oh yeah, the hard casting frags, you feel like an absolute numpty. The only thing I don't like with the frags is it's very RNG based. He's literally got like salt spam he has. There we go. Literally there's like 3 or 4 salts just spamming frags like that, poor guy. Yeah, I wish frags was like... He just started PA. Playing again. Oh, there's a red Nightblade. Oh, it's Hexies. Are they going to grab the scroll or not? He's got sheer venom. He's also got Way of the Fire on as well. The way you can tell he's got Way of Fire on because it's proccing the fire thing every 2 seconds. He absolutely ran and ran and ran, didn't he? These guys are going to get absolutely destroyed. I'm going to give him a hand so that doesn't happen. I wouldn't jump on a mount because I'm not going to play chase the Nightblade. That is really, really tedious. Lonely Mud Crab says, want to get back on his Stamplar, any good builds? Stamplar and Templar's in one of those weird things where it's kind of a bit of both. It's not like Stam or Mag now, it's just one or the other. It's like just Templar. DK's in the same boat. So I wouldn't necessarily go down the route of building a Stamplar because you can use the Magicka heals, which if you didn't do that you'd be weakening yourself anyway. I use a 1-bar Templar just to show that it does work. But the other yellow's coming up. So the fact that the streak works, for me, is just insane. We'll get ahead of that dude. The streak's such a good skill. They are literally chasing that poor dude. Doors don't work though. Yeah, doors don't work. Okay, that's the only thing I noticed that hasn't worked. Everything else has worked really, really fine. There's some siege going on there. Let's go to Surgeon right up. Oh, that's now fine. Okay, let's go to Chalman. Go to Bleakers and right across. Mr. JPD says people are so tanky. Yeah. I think what happens with PvP is if the game has any kind of lag, people go for the kind of the path of least resistance, and by that I mean that what's easier to playing a high damage build that's very squishy, which means if you can't react you die very, very fast against any kind of incoming damage, even from a tank. Or do you go a little bit tankier so that when the game does lag, you've got a bit of breathing room to kind of recover? And I think that's kind of, oh, that's just finished fighting, that's annoying. I think that's kind of what's happened is I noticed that when I went from Xbox to PCEU, the performance in PCE was really good compared to Xbox. And this was a couple of years back. And then as the performance got worse on PCEU, people got tankier as a result. More people started running the defensive set, more people ran Vampire. And all these little things which in isolation don't make a big difference, but when you combine them, everybody gets bulkier and bulkier, which then means more people do the same, because if you're a glass cannon you can't kill a tank, but they can kill you, you kind of almost at a net loss at that point. We're going to go to... There's not many over here. Oh, let's go over to Row. So I think that's kind of what's really happened, is as the game gets more performance, I think people will go and risk more damage builds. Because there is definitely a sweet spot with like damage. Oh, this one bar Sorc is solid. Like for a one bar build, it has like everything you need. The only thing I don't like with it, which does frustrate me, is the fact that people can roll dodge your skills. Because you're spamming frags so much, they can be like, against people that are moving around loads and rolling loads. That is the only kind of bugbear I have. But beyond that, it's a great thing. Going to Lonely Mudcrab, you were saying about making a Stam Sorcerer. There's quite a popular Stam Sorc around that it's used mainly in Battlegrounds. Grim says, is it feeling okay on EU? Yes, it's like ridiculously stable. Where are our Q4 Grey Host? 35 minutes. 14. We could probably do BG whilst we're waiting. Trying to see where the rest of the big fights are. But no, it's been really smooth. Like, my ping hasn't gone above 100. And that's in like big fights as well. I was on earlier and I took a screenshot with like 80 ping, and there's like 27 people in the video, in the screenshot, just fighting. So yeah. Just touching back on the mudcrab thing though, with the Stamsorc. Yeah, there's a popular build for that going round where people are using the Vate Ice Staff, so Wrath of Elements, and then they're using Elemental Susceptibility and Mercilok, it's called, which is a monster set. So when people have dots on them, for every dot on them it does bonus damage up to like 300% bonus. So if you hit them with Elemental Susceptibility, which is 3, Wrath of Elements, which is another thing, and then you do like Master's Dual Wield with it, which is on the front bar, and then you use double dot poisons, you have like 10-15 dots. So it's like really, really noticeable. Lee asks, is it only on EU? The server upgrade has been done to PCNA already, and it has just come out on PC EU. So consoles are at some point, like they say. I would hope, and I'm saying hope, it comes out kind of shortly after the chapter, because that's like another 2 months away, 2-3 months away. But we have to wait and see. Yeah, and Soup is right with that Stamsorc build where they just hit you with all the dots and then try and bash you with Mercilok to hit a massive proc. It works very, very well. I was fighting a Sorc that was trying to do it to me on NA, and anytime he hit me with the dots, I just had to move away because as soon as that beam was on you, it was you just knew the proc was going to come in with a crystal weapon and a spin. So you like had no option but to just break the line of sight of the Wrath of Elements, because if you didn't, things went bad really quick. Sort of red down here. You got a lot of wardens though. They got a healer with them too. Yes, the standards are so stupidly tanky. It moves on. Break that. But you can really move around so much quicker. Get down and put a shield on straight away. But yeah, you can see like you can push your things and they work so much better than they used to. Oh, his allies hitting him. I went for the roll frag. There we go, got him. Five kills so far. You can see these are like really tanky people. Like really freaking tanky. But 45k health. Just silly. Kill that guy there. This is just what Polar Wind does. It's absolutely ridiculous how strong it is as a skill. Honestly, that guy is so tanky, he's ridiculous. That was a double frag there. I love that when it happens. See? That's a huge over that necro. Double frag. Almost got him to execute. There's a lot of healing in this match, isn't there? Like self-heals. He's got that stupidly tanky, isn't he? That's so stupidly tanky. Stupidly tanky. Move up here. I don't see. The guy's like so tanky. He doesn't have these Dawnbreaker in sec. That's a nice cancel by him. There's literally just that guy was so tanky. That was in there. He did well though. He did. What do you guys think of that Warden's build? I'm just checking with the chat as well. Yeah, Mr. JP was saying he was seen on Horcrux, which has that kind of Slam Talk thing. Lovely Mugcrab says, interesting, he's using Stamcrow with Balorg, Radiant Christ, Stoons and Marken. And Soup says that he's used, since Dual Ultra Ice Staff Stamsorc in 0-2 over the past couple months, using Sea Serpents, Maris and Mercilok, destroying people. Yeah, I think the Mercilok's very good. Joe is saying that Warden had like 65k health. Yeah, it was 45k health. It's very good though. He played it very well, and I think against people that don't react quick, he would kill them because I was healing people to stop him from getting kills. But yeah, the 1 million damage we did there, just with frag spam. That's like insane. That is. But no, that was a good little match. That was. Are we at tier 1 by chance on our campaign? Oh, we're so close. We should join back to get our tier 1. There were 26 minutes for Grey Host still. Like, the queue is insane for that. Yeah, Heyo said he's been subscribed for 5 years for the game, no more. Can't be bothered to change gear every patch. Yeah, I do feel your pain. I would say, as a kind of just a where the meta is. The meta gear sets haven't really changed for about a year, in all honesty. So if you think what kind of some of the best sets, Rallying Cry, that's been out for almost a year now. That Warden was using it, but that constant around him was his Rallying Cry going off. That big blue sort of shing type thing. So he was using Rallying Cry. Loads of people use it because it's such a good set. people use Sea Serpent, which again, that's been in the game for probably 6 to 9 months now at least. So I would say like there's a lot of stuff that has changed, but actually what people are running is very similar as well. In all honesty, that's my personal opinion. Soup says, to be fair, older builds fare just fine, but not the best burst. But they serve well. I think a lot of it comes down to how you play. Not to kind of sound harsh, but if you play well, you can make most things that wouldn't necessarily be viable for a lot of people work pretty well. You think they would interrupt the little engine guardian, wouldn't you? Alright, so they got rid of my Twilight, so we're popping down here to get my shield up. I do feel your pain though. Oh, I got too greedy. I got way too greedy. And I got stunned by the ward and spamming Art of Blast, and the heavy attack thing hit me. And I'm not saying that how people play is bad or good, as in kind of being able to use certain builds and stuff. A lot of it is performance driven. If the server's laggy where you are, you run defensive sets. You think of what the best defensive sets in the game are, Mark of the Prior. That's been in the game for years. Where's that Sorc? Hey, that Sorc's gone. That's gone too. So, yeah, I think a lot of it is it's better to learn your class than rely on a setup. It is my kind of big takeaway for a lot of people. I see a lot of people on Facebook and on YouTube and stuff going, oh, what's the next best, broken meta? And as soon as that set gets changed, they really struggle. I hate heavy attack Sorcs. Where did that zoo? That zoo's gone now. Cheers, okay. Says because I like your content. With their 20 there, really appreciate that, mate. We're now playing the age-old art of run around the pillar. That's him dead. Oh, I went for the double frag on him. Oh, his scamp literally got in the way. Yeah, you can get the relic finally. Or not. Gonna move away from that. Oh, my health bar went very, very low there, didn't it? Let's pop into here. They're going to follow me? No. I hope they're going to follow me, but they didn't. He seems like he's okay with that. Soup says he should clarify what he means by that statement. Is that you can take an old build and it would work, it just wouldn't reach the same heights as the meta due to various factors. 100%. 100%. Well, Nikki died there. So, like, for example, loads of people are not bashing me. Whereas that's like the first thing you do against a person spamming frags. That was a massive Dawnbreaker. I didn't expect the Dawnbreaker to be that big. 12.5k, that was huge. It was literally like almost half my health bar, that was. He just had a crit, that was all. That was literally what it was. It was a crit that he had on me. And obviously Wardens get bonus crit damage. He, to be fair, caught me with the Dawnbreaker. I didn't expect to get hit for 12k. That's him dead. Now that I know he's got a big burst. You can see if you look at the numbers I'm actually hitting for though, they are like big hits. But that's a 4.8k frag there, that was. So like, you know, I'm hitting him like he's just healing so much. Yeah, Super Saiyan Dawn is always a wild card. But look, he hit me with a Dawnbreaker there, but literally didn't crit. So that combo they tried to do last time, that worked, didn't have the effect because it was just pure RNG. Look at that Warden. The thing is, I know his damage isn't high enough. Is he using more of the fire? He's like proper going for it, isn't he? But he's like, I know I won't be able to kill him because of how much healing he has. So he's polar wind. So if we hit him with a double frag, so that was 10k damage. You can just see his health bug up really quick. Oh, 100%. He's like proper going for it, isn't he? There it was. See, I'm not stupid enough to let my Twilight die. He's literally like just going for the Twilight, which makes sense. You notice I was healing that guy with me. Hurts would help, but he's I think ours would help, but the Betty next normally purges it, which so you see he's got his Betty on, which is why I was playing the execute so much because he was purging constantly. Hayo said he would have dipped out after my first combo. I have no issues with fighting one-on-one, as you can see. But he's literally on like a pure tanky setup, which works really well against squishier players. But against, you know, even on a pure glass cannon, you don't have enough damage to damage him. So, I'm going to pop back into Cyrodiil with 15 minutes on that queue, just into Blackreach, just to get the tier 1. But I think with how it's played tonight, it's been a lot better. Like a lot smoother. But I'm hoping we can get into Grey Host to just really get a feel for kind of how it is. But Beach has been absolutely fine. Blackreach has been great. IC is always empty, so that's not worth doing. I think Soup touching upon the limitations of Oaken build with just not having the right skills at the moment that you need them. And I think that is the biggest weakness. I kind of look at it as they're viable, but you don't have the utility that you do on other classes. That went really bad for him really fast, didn't it? I don't even saw the guy. He literally ran to do it. And yeah, he just got absolutely melted. Soup says, if you want to save your Twilight, you can always streak twice in gem. Yeah, you can do that. It's just, it does drain a lot of Magicka. And I kind of personally, if you look at the cost, it's 3-2. Yeah, this is a one bar assault. I can't swap. I'm pushing bar swap, and it doesn't work. I miss so many skills. Oh, not having like access to Hurricane or Bounded Storm and to like move fast and all these things are like, yeah. So you can see for a one bar build, this like definitely holds it its own. You know, I was going against people that are solid, like good players. You can see that. If I were to do a 2-bar build, I'd probably do probably a similar thing to this, but use Necro and Alfiq with the one that gives you all the resources. I forget its name now. It's a mythic item. The longer you're in combat, the more resources you get. That one. Where's that nightbag gone? I smell him. I see it. So we're just letting that Toxic Barrage wear off quickly. There we go. I didn't think there was 2 though. I got 1, I killed 1. I thought I killed 1. He's low on resource. Oh, I went for the kill. Death did is fake. Ah, see. Oh. It's just constant cloak, isn't it? Oh, that's wrong soul. Yeah, that Nightblade just constantly going to cloak every time you get him low. That is a limitation of a 1-bar Sorc, is that your projectiles can be dodged, and everything you do is a projectile. Talk tonal constancy is okay. I always found it a bit like questionable. I did as a mythic. Hayo said he hopes that they're on Discord cursing each other. Oh, they're up there, I see them. Oh, this is a different person. Oh, that's him dead. Yeah, I thought that was a Nightblade. They're like, where did he go? You do get Nightblades do that on Discord. I used to do it on Xbox with a mate. You go out as a duo for sniping. It is ridiculously fun. Yeah, Soup says having a major and minor resolve, very good. I have to say though, and I think for a 1-bar build, I think this does work, actually. Like, it does have everything you need, in all honesty. Are we tier 1 yet? Yeah, we are. Sweet. Grey Host is 5 minutes, although that's... I see him. I see the Nightblade. Oh, what? That's him dead. That's him dead too. Soup says it does work. He's just stuck in his ways. Oh, I'm the same. I prefer 2-bar because you have more. You have more kind of versatility. So when you get into different situations, you can react in different ways. Whereas on a 1-bar build, you are really limited in the types of engagements you can successfully fight in. In my opinion. Is that a red? That was a red. Hello, matey. Oh, he's on a block tank, isn't he? They're just going for the tier 1, aren't they? It looks like. Is he on a habitat build? He's gonna nuke that guy, isn't he? Well, the guy's heavy attacks are doing pretty solid. Oh, my BGs. I didn't even hear my BGs go off. He's literally on a resource thing, he is. We'll move away from that. I'm going to queue for BGs. There we go. That's probably the BG I missed the first time. Yeah, literally, that was the one we missed the first time. Russian squirrel, I recognise him. Someone has a sniper. Oh, look at that. That was really quick, wasn't it? Where's the ball anyway? Oh, it's upstairs. Bye bye. Pump out. Move away from that. Oh, I hit the chain. I've never done that. I streaked into the chain. Okay, those chandeliers are actually solid objects. I don't think that's ever happened to me since doing PvP. That is ridiculous. Like in a good way. Have you guys ever had that happen to you? That's him dead. Oh, I got hit, knocked off the edge again. Yeah, literally the stun got me. I think this will probably be my last thing for tonight, most likely, because it is late. And I will look to get my stuff set up fully over on EU, which I need to give it a bit of time to do so. So I'm dead. He's got a lot of dots he has. I'll push streak. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, that lagged there. Cause you can see where I pushed it and it just didn't fire. That's the only bit of lag I've had tonight. Well, I think that's maybe streak just been a bit funky. But yeah, that was good. I'm definitely impressed with the performance on the server. Really, really impressed. And looking at how people voted on the poll tonight, a lot of people over on the PC side should be seeing this benefit, which is great. Obviously, it's a bit sad that people on console don't get it just yet, but it'll be what it'll be, and hopefully they'll get it soon. Hey, this lag only happens when I die as well. Well, if you see in the controller bit, you're welcome to rewind. I'm pushing LB, which is my streak, and it didn't fire. So I pushed the streak, and then I got hit with a fossilize after I pushed the streak. So then the game stunned me without processing the streak, which I would have teleported away. Like, if I die, I die. I don't mind calling out if I die. And then it was really weird because I tried CC break and putting shield on, they just didn't let me use streak still. But I think that's just streak being streak. On a side note, I do have a Discord. So if you want to see my Discord, it's just there. If you like what I do and you want to support myself and stuff, I do have a Patreon. There's obviously details down below and there's a link here. There's early access to content, builds, guides, all that good stuff. And I also put like exclusives on there. So kind of gameplay commentaries and just unique ideas that I have for builds that I won't make public necessarily. And if you haven't done so, I do have a website that is in the process. So if you want to check it, it's there. That has some of the written builds already for the ones released. So Sorcerer, Nightblade Templar, my class summary stuff, which I'll be making a video soon on that, and just some guides generally. So that may help people. But yeah, I'm going to kind of call it here. I'm just quickly check with chat. Soup says he had his Nightblade snipe build get on that chandelier and stayed there while sniping. I would be so confused if I saw that. And I would honestly think, is he hacking? Is he cheating? Because that doesn't seem like that should be a thing. But yeah, that seems mad, that does. But yeah, I am going to call it here, guys, because it is late enough as it is. If you get any questions about the build, there is a video already, but just a quick superstar for those that want to see it. It's there. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of wrap it up here. So I'm going to say a huge thanks to everyone that has supported so far. And if you get any questions between now and the next video or stream, then obviously let me know in the comments or on Discord. And as always, I'm going to say a massive thanks to everyone on Patreon who helps make the videos possible. If you want to support myself, there's details down below. But I'm going to catch you in the next video or stream. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and bye.